Boba Fett playing Boba Fett.
See that?
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Boba here.
Mom here.
Boba's sister here, Kimmy.
Woohoo! So we're going to be watching episode 3 of season 6 today. This one's called Fugitive. I see that robot from last time. So, I think we're going to continue this arc.
Okay.
Excellent. Maybe the robot will help along the way. I like that robot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did too.
He was great.
Yeah.
He tried so hard.
The thing that was fun with him, too, is he's so literal because he even said that he always wanted human emotions because he wasn't programmed more than just to compute,
right,
you know?
look at him.
So he was just like, oh, I've always wanted human emotions, almost like he was longing for it. And then he's like, oh, well, or whatever he said.
Bye.
So it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he was able to debate with Fives. Like, oh, well, that goes against my programming. But he's like, you're supposed to save the patient. Like, that's your directive. So, and he goes, oh, yeah, that's true.
That's right.
So,
Fives is very smart.
that was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love being Boba Fett. I forget because I don't look at myself, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
I'll remind you.
I'm like, what is that on my screen right now? Can you see me?
cool.
Whoop, there I am.
Ooh, yeah.
So I won't keep this on. I will take this off. I'm just messing around with filters because I see a lot of funny videos of filters online. So I'm like, let me just give that a shot.
Neat.
And I was hoping I could do it to all of us because I know it might get a little confusing to try to do it on your computer. And then you have to,
With me?
then you have to turn it
That's
off.
funny.
And I really do like Shakti. I think she's so awesome. We saw her early on in the series too, and she was in the movies. And so
She's
Yeah,
very caring, and she really wanted to help Tups, but
yeah,
just couldn't do it.
yeah.
Got overridden.
It sucked at the end
I'm
because
sorry.
foreshadowing Order 66, like how dreadful. And she goes in and wants it to get tested, but yet Palpatine has it in his clutches, and he's like,
That's right.
no, it has to go to this facility because it needs
Yeah,
to be
she
tested
Mhm.
correctly.
Now they'll never know.
Now they'll never know. Finally back to normal, so less distraction. As Boba Fett. The filters are so much fun, but you can turn it off. But then the settings on Zoom and on Logitech don't work correctly, so I had to go through the settings and like cancel something and change something. So there's a lot of steps to go back to normal, guys.
That's right.
So shall we get into this episode, Fugitive?
Yes,
let's do it.
definitely.
One question. Who is the fugitive?
I think 5.
Fives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. He had a lot of questions. His good friend just passed away, but how brave was he to be like, remove this tumor from me because I needed the evidence.
Yes,
That's right. Yeah.
absolutely. And hopefully this little robot I see in the picture will be on his adventure.
I bet
Yeah,
you
and he
do.
wasn't
Yes.
decommissioned or anything because they were going to do that
Yeah,
to him
that's right.
before for going against protocol, although it contradicts, but he kind of didn't because he wanted to save the patient who ended up
That's right,
dying
yeah.
Logically,
anyways.
he did the right thing
Logically.
when he was
Yeah.
persuaded by Fives.
Yeah. So, guys, we do have merchandise, just to say randomly as well. We do have a mug in one of our windows, and we do have a shirt off to the background. But if you check the links below, you can check out our merchandise. We're going to have more soon. Anything you buy there really helps us grow so we can create more content for you guys. We also have Patreon, where we have our full reactions, and we have a huge library of movies and TV shows that you guys can check out. And videos there come out usually a week or more ahead before they reach YouTube. So, yay! Thanks, guys.
Yes, yes.
And thumbs
ring
up
the
the video
bell.
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, guys. 603. Go to the source.
Fives located and removed a tumor from Tup's brain with the help of medical droid AZ-3. Immediately following the procedure, Tup died.
Order 66.
Oh, jeez.
Supreme Chancellor Palpatine wants the tumor and all of the intel gathered sent to the Grand Republic Medical Facility on Coruscant. There is still so much we do not know.
If only she knew.
Yeah.
It was you who killed him.
What do you care? You were gonna kill him anyway, and dissect him too. He's a soldier.
I want this specimen and all the data prepared for transit to the Jedi Temple. My word
for
is
her.
final.
Oh.
Good, good.
Let's see
Oh,
how this
no.
pans out.
Oh, no, I don't know. It was
You
good.
have one more physical to pass.
Oh, took it. They switched it out.
Hello, ARC Trooper 5. I regret that we were unable to heal your friend. I heard your mind was going to be wiped, and that you would be reassigned here and placed on sanitation detail. We can still...
Just let him talk!
Yeah, I
Whoa.
fight for my life too.
Yeah.
And just following orders, too. And it's like you're hearing that your
Yeah.
fellow
Yeah, I'm
clone is
surprised
like...
they didn't just shut the robot up.
Are we escaping?
Yes.
So we are going to continue our research.
Yeah, the research. That's it.
Keep going.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Ooh. Well, that was a good punch. How perfect to kill him off and then no evidence.
Okay, he's gone.
Can you float?
I am buoyant and have several survival modes.
Ah, survival, eh? I need them to chase this pod while we go back and investigate the cause of Tup's death.
I can get us there much faster. I am equipped with...
Oh my goodness. This is funny.
Wow.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's great.
You summoned me.
The
Prime
tardiness.
Minister Lamassu tells me there has been a complication. What has happened to the inhibitor chip?
It was stolen. He is just a soldier after all. However, he was a friend.
This behavior is unsettling. First the malfunctioning clone, and now a renegade. Are you certain these soldiers will live up to your design in the end?
I'm afraid the Jedi have inspired creative thinking in some of the clones. That is the cause of this type of divergent behavior.
The true nature of the inhibitor chip
Hope it's not
must
damaged
be
from the water.
discovered by
Yeah.
the Jedi.
Can you imagine doing the maintenance underwater?
I think I saw the renegade clone head into the storage room.
He's getting good at lying.
Well, yes.
Deceiving.
This is the genetic records hall. We will compare the tumor's DNA versus that of Jango Fett, the original donor. Nothing.
What?
The sample doesn't match anything found in the Jango Fett genotype. It is foreign to the body. Someone implanted it there.
I sense we are looking in the wrong place.
We have a report from the genetic records hall. Someone is accessing the Jango Fett genotype. Is there another way out of here besides the door we came in?
Yes, there are emergency
You're gonna need
access
it.
hatches in every major room in case of flooding.
Ooh.
Did you get all the information you needed?
Mostly. We know that the tumor is a foreign material and was implanted for an unknown reason. I believe this is an organic chip built out of cells.
What's it for?
I do not know.
And it could have been missed in me too. You have to take it out. Look, you got it out of Tup. You can get it out of me.
But he died right
He
after.
died after I removed the chip.
That's right.
You may die too.
It's like a fail
It's a
safe.
chance I have to take.
If you can do it without anyone around.
Boy. Mm.
Hold still. This will not hurt a bit.
Let's do this.
Brave.
Jeez, boy.
If it's in the exact
boy.
same location, too.
Yeah.
There's no sign of them, General.
They must have escaped by now.
Escape was never their intention.
Okay. He's moving, at least.
Well, was it there?
Yes, now that we have removed your chip, we do not know what will happen to you.
So,
Boy.
then,
You may die as well.
I need to know if more clones than just Tup and I have these.
How messed up, yeah.
He's got to tell someone.
Oh boy.
He can't just do this on his own.
Oh my goodness, he's there.
Normal?
Oh, no.
Oh, normal.
I'm just being normal.
What?
Was that normal?
Oh boy.
Ah, there you go.
We will start with the earliest stage of development. Nothing. I will now try a stage 3 embryo. There it is.
Try another.
Bingo.
All of them.
Can't believe
Yep.
it. They all have one. I know what you've done.
What is it that you think I have done?
Stop getting so close to me.
How do you
Oh, yeah,
explain
what?
this? The Jedi? The Jedi had this done to us?
It is
Oh,
not
see how
uncommon
easy.
to have inhibitors placed in a clone.
You have got a big problem now. Don't move!
Yours is bigger.
Drop your weapon. Where is the evidence?
I have it right here. As you can see, the chip taken from Clone Trooper Tup is black and rotting.
These chips have to be removed. Otherwise, the entire Republic Army could be compromised.
When you removed Trooper Tup's chip, he died.
Well, that's not gonna happen to the rest of us.
And how do you know that?
Because of
Because
this?
I removed mine.
We must terminate this trooper immediately.
Immediately to say that.
Hardware. I'm a living being!
He is a danger and must be terminated.
I believe that's for me to decide. I think it's time you told your story to the Chancellor.
Master
The
Jedi,
Chancellor.
then I am going with you.
As you wish, Doctor.
I'll see you on the other side.
The other side of what?
He was a good companion,
That
though.
was good.
You need to. You need to
Okay,
explain
so-
everything to me.
That's right.
See, that seemed like a good ending. I was so happy for Fives to go that far. And now
yes,
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
when he
Yeah.
goes,
That's
good, yeah.
Palpatine.
For them, yeah,
Yeah.
for all them to go to see the Chancellor.
Oh boy, that's not gonna be good.
Be a
Yeah.
dead end.
I wonder what they're going to do there. Obviously, I hope they don't kill him.
Right,
That's
in the
sad.
long run, it
Yeah, I
looks
hope
like it's
not.
going to happen.
Oh jeez.
I'm worried about the general. Like, even her, she's in danger because
Yeah, I think
she
is.
knows.
Yeah. I mean, she's amazing. I really like her a lot, and I can't help but always overthink things. And I kept going back and forth, like, because sometimes when she would smile, she would almost have, like, her design's beautiful, but, like, it would almost look like she was a little evil for a second. I'm like, ooh, is she really in on
I
this?
got
But
the same
that's right,
feeling
yeah.
too, but
yeah, and she kept debating with the doctor, so I'm like, okay, well, if she keeps debating this much,
I
she
think
really
she's just
doesn't
innocent
know.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
so.
I'm
yeah.
glad she is there, but I am worried for her too. I go back and forth again because it's been a while since we saw the movies. We saw them once, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure she died in Order 66, and we saw that in the movies. So then I was like, well, maybe she actually dies in this before that, and that was a different person. But yeah, so I do think that was her from the movies. And I love her character. I'm glad how literal she is, where she's like, it's not about believing in you, it's about doing the right thing, which is very true.
That's true.
Yes, which is one and the same. And he's been doing the right thing all along. It's so funny how he and AZ, they were going through the records and everything is tracked. And they finally realized, the doctor realized that, hey, we have to be quiet when we're trying to track him because he's catching on. So they finally caught him. And
Everyone's
right,
so
my God.
close, and I kept going like,
Yeah,
oh crap!
that's
Like,
right,
but
my
I'm
God.
just so glad Shakti's very aware of her surroundings. She's not like completely focused on one thing. When there's movement and that main person's leaving, the doctor's leaving, she's like, oh, where are you going? You know. So I'm
That's
glad
right,
that she was doing stuff
yeah.
like that, not like da 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 da, looking around, not aware.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like I'm happy that Fives went this far and to risk his own life to take out that chip. He didn't even know he
Yes.
had it for
Right,
sure.
That is
sure.
very
That's for
brave.
sure.
I mean, to do a quick procedure, no one's there to help out besides that one robot friend that he made. But to do
AC?
that, yeah,
AC is so good.
yeah, he's so good, and survival skills were great. I love that. Like he was able to turn into like a jet ski. And,
That's
like,
right. That was good.
luckily, he was able to fly back like that because that's a long
Sure.
way to swim, and unless you can get
Oh,
one of those
boy.
like whale friends, those flying whale friends to help you out, I don't know. So it worked out well that way. But to fully trust AZ to do all that for you, and he might die afterwards, like waking up. Oh wow, it went well, and not sure if you're gonna die afterwards. Like that's scary,
right.
and for him to still follow through with his mission, and be
Yeah,
like,
with
okay,
a clear
well,
head.
Good for
I
him.
mean,
Good for him.
Tups died instantly, pretty much right after the tumor was removed. Yes, it did malfunction. That's probably why.
Yeah.
But he really followed through. I just kind of wish he didn't go back. I wish he went forward where the ship was going. I think they were going to Coruscant. Did they say? So I wish he kept going, but just the different route with AZ taking him.
I wish he did too, but it was a smart move probably not to, because like they didn't have like a super advanced ship, so they'd probably be intercepted and taken down. But yeah, I wish they really could have.
Because they were tracking that ship anyway, so they might have found him along the way.
And they are going there anyways to talk to Palpatine, so no matter what, unfortunately, he probably would just end up in the same place. But with him staying there, he was able to get more stuff done.
Yeah, he got his tumor removed. He found out that he's nuts. Yeah, he found out so much more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a huge risk, too. I mean, when you start to bring up information on a computer, like, immediately someone's going to be aware you're doing something. Like, that's how they were finding where they were. But to risk all of that, and it was so interesting to, even though we know about Order 66, to see, like, how it was developed and what stage it was developed in. And, I mean, property or not, they're still living beings. And to do something like that, especially to a baby, I mean, from the start, they're embedded with these chips and they have no control. I mean, I didn't like...
all of them were.
Yeah, and I don't like the idea anyways of them being made to only do this like slaves. Like, that's how I do take it. And I'm glad some do enjoy it and they are very loyal to the cause where, they care about their own, like Rex, and they can think for themselves too. Like, he struggled too when he's trying to follow orders with Krell, and then then he's like, okay, well, common sense, and I gotta like be there for my people, and so they can think on their own as well. But I hate the idea of making a bunch of clones as slaves just to do this one
and they teach them right from all the way through schooling and everything, how to be a brotherhood and have that whole camaraderie where they are proud of doing this and they are brave and they have this, brotherhood where it's all in their education and how to be a soldier. It's incredible.
Yeah, and you can never, ever go beyond that. Like, you can't have a normal life. You can't get married. You can't move on. You have to be a soldier of war. Like, you cannot not do that. Like, your life is always going to be at risk. But they have a lot of honor in that. And I understand in a way why they did it, because they're more loyal than robots, and I don't know. But the whole idea is so messed up, and they are people, but we always have to be reminded that they are property. And even Shakti talking to the doctor about it, like, they are property. And she's not trying to be mean about it, but that is exactly what it is.
Yes.
Which really sucks. And humans, I know, on a different level than pets, but even with us, we have animals and they are considered property. So if something happens and you get sued or something, that's how they're seen. They're not seen as living beings of like, oh, they're free of choice and all that. Like, they're property only. So they have to go by those laws. So I keep thinking like that every time the clones get into trouble with something, and I'm like, God, they treat them like that. It just sucks to even think like that. It
does. And I'm surprised the red flag didn't come up with her. We're saying, how did you get the sample from Tups 2.5s? Like, how did he get it? She must say, oh, I thought we had the case, because he got the real one.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
So I'm surprised she didn't, question that. Like, how did you get it?
Yeah. I'm glad that he was able to compare his own sample to Tup.
Yes.
And see that his was normal and how different it looked. And hopefully they can examine it, but that's just a lost cause, because that's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely not going to happen.
No,
I really thought they were going to destroy the tumors in some way, because it was just too out in the open and holding it like that. And I'm glad that they were able to just seal them between the glass, because I was like, okay, will they die off? Because it's like living cells, and would you need them refrigerated or something?
Right, especially when they went in the water.
Yeah, in the water. I was thinking that too. Like, okay, does he have it in his compartment now, and it's protected there? something, because if it was on, Fives, I'd be like, yeah, it's probably like washed away now, because
right, yes.
it's rough
I
scenes
can see if he
too.
put in an AZ. I
Whatever.
mean, he was sealed.
Yeah, so hopefully it was there or something, because he kept taking it out or whatever. But yeah, so really good episode, and I'm sure next episode's going to continue this story. And I'm just really afraid for Fives, because I'm glad he's free of the chip. And I really want him to have a story after this series where after Order 66, he's still around because he didn't have the chip in him. So he wasn't under their control or anything.
And hopefully they don't continue their want to erase AZ's mind too now.
Yeah.
Right,
Erased him.
So
for sure.
I think we're going to end it there, guys, because I know we're getting some technical difficulties right now with the internet. So we will talk more next time. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.